Hello, Bala. We are live. Welcome to my show. Thank you
Yeah,
so
good
much for
evening. Good
joining.
evening, Ranjini. Yeah, great to be on the show. And thanks for accepting to feature me.
I think we haven't spoken a lot, but we have worked together, and
Yeah, I think for
our
a very, very
background.
brief period. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So, personally, I know you as someone who creates amazing designs.
Oh,
The
I see.
designs that you do, and
Okay.
like you can fasting doing those designs, and so amazing. And your creativity. I don't know who is your creative team. I really want to know, like creative, amazing. Especially the wedding invitations that you send out. They are really
Okay.
amazing. So
Thank you
Bala
much.
is a person who is an advertising person, who is an event manager, and he loves to party, and he's somebody who is no who loves to host parties and allow people to celebrate. So
Yeah.
Bala, welcome, and let's talk about you. Introduce yourself. Tell us something about your childhood, your personal life, your professional life, who you are, when you are. Tell me about.
Great. Thank you very much for the introduction. I really like that the word of creative. Somebody who's creative. I think that's my field. I mean, the field I'm in. I mean, that demands that I bring out, something new or something creative. Otherwise, like become very boredom. So ours is a entertainment event. In and event industry is something which we need, which demands that creativity and innovation has to be on the forefront. So thank you very much for bringing out that. I really enjoy doing that. I mean, most of the posts which I do on the WhatsApp status and all that are typically done by me. So I know bit of Coral Draw here and there. So I tried outsourcing that a couple of agencies, but then agencies have this tendency of bringing only the festival name. Like for example, if they are doing a Happy Diwali thing, so they will just Happy Diwali and put one picture there. I really do relate that to my event industry. So nobody else can do that. So I'm forced to do that. So I think like somehow people liked it. So a couple of my clients have also expressed that it's good. So having starting there, I mean that's a good note to start on. So yeah.
Absolutely,
So
it's a gift you have. Let me tell you,
yeah.
Bala, it's a gift that you have. Like you really connect with people with your creativity.
Thank
Amazing.
you very much.
Tell us more.
Thank
Tell
you
us
very much.
more.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So, talking about me, I'm primarily, as you said, rightly introduced. I started as a computer programmer long, long back, and then became a multimedia faculty for almost around 2 to 3 months. Did management then, and then chose advertising as my career. During that time, when I started advertising as a career, I mean, nobody knew what event management was. Even I was not aware. So I started as an advertising guy for a year, and then internally there was this department where they wanted, some. I mean, they had this event management department in the same advertising firm where I was working. So they roped me in, saying, "Okay, you look like a more of a frontline guy. Why don't you work and explore in the event management?" I said, "Yes, that's a good thing to do. So let's go and explore." So that's how it started, and it's like almost around 21 years now. No looking back, no change of career. So being an event manager by passion and profession, that's what I call myself. And so it's in their blood, it's in the passion right now, and that's what professionally I love to do. So that's about me in terms of professional life. In terms of my personal life, I spent my dad was in defense. He's a retired major, so we've been traveling all across India along with him. It's a transferable job. So I did my schooling partly in Shillong. Those days I don't remember much, but then Shillong, Zorhat, and all that. And prime most of my what you call schooling happened in Delhi, and bit of it in Calcutta and all that. So yeah, during my lifetime, I think like I've traveled close to around 40 to 50 cities across Chennai, I mean India, and I've done close to around 11 countries doing events professionally for a couple of clients of mine. So that's about my journey in terms of this thing. As a childhood, I was very, very conservative and introvert. I mean, I'm an introvert right now. Also, if you leave me alone, I will go into a shell. very quickly. So I'm a loner. I was a loner from the childhood. Couple of incidents which basically changed, or rather, brought that thing in me was, one I was very very young. I mean, when I was studying in sixth to seventh standard. So I was brought. I'm sorry. I think I'm just trying to give some perspective about
You're
myself. So
perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
so
Yes.
sixth, when I was in sixth to seventh standard, so I was supposed to speak in an assembly. I mean, you have this school mein assembly hota hai, right? So you'll have to do a small note. Every student have to do some kind of an this thing. That was my first time, and then when I went onto the stage, my like I did not even utter a word. So that's the first encounter with public speaking, or so I got into the shell. Then I thought, okay, I'm good for nothing. I don't think I'll be able to ever speak in public. I cannot address people and all that. So that's how I spent my entire lifetime later on. That's one of the things. So all my efforts, all my learning, whatever I do and all that, to overcome that fear even today. So so
Okay.
that shaped
That's
up my.
the
So yeah.
success.
So people are surprised that I mean, people who are close to me, they're surprised that I'm an introvert, but I am. So yeah, so that's about it. And event industry, primarily it's an industry where you need to be dealing with people. It's a manpower intensive industry. It's a highly, I mean, according to a research, it's the fifth most stressful industry, other than your police, defense, medical professions and all that. I think it's the most stressful industry, where you highly, I mean, you need to deal with the challenges and manpower, people around you on day in day out. So that's what I am. So that's a small introduction about it. Yeah.
Great, great. This was amazing because I didn't know too much about you personally, but having knowing you as somebody who's doing events for corporates, and you have been traveling around the globe, that and this is so amazing. Like no, the secret that you shared was you were an introvert, no, early
Yeah.
childhood, growing up, and no, it's the flip side right now. So
Yeah, I know.
it relates. I relate to it because I was somebody a loner. Even I, if
Mm,
you'll be surprised, like no, I used to talk very less when I was
mm.
growing up. But now I know I really need to shut up at times when I start. But yes, there is the flip side. Amazing, Bala. Tell me more about what makes you the leader you are today, because there are so many amazing things you have been doing. As you said, it's a 2 decade long career that
Mm.
you always
I know.
have, and you have evolved as a person from childhood to who you are today. So, as
Yeah.
a leader, person who is leading multiple
Mm.
organizations right now, what makes you this amazing person today? What is that skill that you have nurtured, or the ability that it's been there from? No, I think you rightly pointed out, maybe confronting your fear and going
Yeah.
beyond that. So tell me more. What do you see as a person, that, or how you see for your kids, how they are
Mm.
growing up, and how you are nurturing? So tell me about
See, for me, leader. I mean, leader is a very, 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 what do you call it, very, very subjective kind of a thing. It entirely depends upon what are the challenges you've been thrown into, and then how do you handle that, and what is your response to it, and how much of inspiration you have been to your team. That's what leadership is also all about. In fact, I mean, to start with, I mean, if I had to really bring back my older memories, like my dad was in defense, as I said, so his aspiration was I become a pilot, I mean, Air Force pilot. So I attended this, I did this, they have this combined defense services examination, which is called CBS and NDA and all that. So where I attended the written examination, got qualified, but then I failed miserably in the interview and the group discussions and all that. So typically that shook me, because my dad was very very keen that I join the forces as a army officer, not at the junior level, at the as an defense officer, Air Force officer. But then I could not clear this group discussion and whatever the interview process which they had, and it happened almost twice or thrice, if I remember. So, which basically gave me a signal that, or gave me the message, or the way I looked at it is like, I'm not a leader. I mean, uh, that was the signal which was given to me. That was the message which was sent across to me, saying, okay, you're not fit to be a leader. You're not somebody who is a manager level. I mean, I think you are somebody who is just an player, team player, maybe, or a small time player. So, and that was during my graduation. So I've been fighting myself to prove to the world that I'm a leader. From that now, I mean, now when you speak about it, when I just recollected that, I think, like, in all my endeavors, I've been trying to prove myself as a leader. So that's what this learning is all about. That's what I've been joining a lot of these forums. I've been trying to mingle with people who are leaders. I've been reading a lot of books on, self-help books and all that, just to bring out that qualities of a leader, just to follow those successful people. I mean, is there any way I can follow them? It's like, well, I mean, one of my friends said that, if you follow a Ferrari, you'll become at least something close to what Ferrari is. But if you follow some other car which is like economical, you will only become that. So I try to follow that. I mean, last couple of years, initial years of my business, I was like typically a very, very ruthless kind of a person, because very, very aggressive, very ruthless. It was like top down, controlling, hands on kind of a person. Over the period of time, I realized that that is not giving me the kind of business growth which is supposed to happen. So I think it was around 2012, 2013 when I realized that I think my business is stagnated, because I'm the stumble block there. So I joined a couple of forums like BNI, Landmark, and all those things, just to bring that. They say there's a leadership. Leadership is about the lid. The bigger the lid is, the bigger the bottle you're basically owning. So I try to open the lid a bigger, slightly bigger, so that I can grow myself in terms of my mindset, in terms of my behavior, in terms of my people handling, all those. So I started attending a lot of these forums, these are trainings, workshops, and whatnot, and spent quite a lot of money on that. I think I would have spent close to around 15, 20 lakhs only learning and developing myself and all that. But that's what is giving me the dividend right now. It's a collective effort of whatever learnings I have done across the board, starting from international speakers to somebody who is like me and my client. I mean, like one of my client, whenever there's a talk show along with his employees, there's a chat. I really pick up those lines. I mean, he said like inspiration is available everywhere, starting from somebody who you follow at the bigger level, plus somebody who is at the junior level. Even that guy can inspire you. So those are the things which I started taking myself as, and started implementing, started learning, joining a lot of these forums and trust groups and things like that. So I think, like, as a leader, if you see, there are two things very, very important. One is your learning. You need to keep on learning, you need to keep expanding yourself, especially today, because the digital revolution is like catching up in a very, very fast pace. And if you're not really somebody who's catching up that, I mean, there is no way you can inspire your people who can take up that. So leadership is one, is definitely there's a learning, and second thing is the trust. I mean, you need to build that trust that you are somebody who can take after your team. If that trust is not there, I think people are not going to be sticking on. And so you need to keep showing them the vision, and then trust that you are there who will, take them to that vision, to take them to that goal, whichever they are. I think this is very important for me, and this is what I have learned. And yeah, I think I would like to close it by saying learning and building a trust with the team is very, very important.
That's very beautiful, because I have recently posted also, like, leadership is about continuous education. It is
Yeah, yeah,
not just
absolutely.
experience or
I'm a firm
experience.
believer. Yeah.
Yeah. So you keep learning. You're a learner all the time, from
Yes.
childhood till. And thank you for sharing that you invest so much in your self development, because this is an
Yes.
area we really don't care. And
I know.
they
Absolutely.
just look
Absolutely.
at the skills and degrees and certificates they keep adding. just use them to make an income. But there is a big scope, and there is an amazing opportunity to dive into yourself, and
Yeah.
expand who you are and really find your gifts. And this is amazing. Like, I have known you for a long time. I know this is, I've seen you share so many stories about your success, business, and all that. I have been always amazed, like, you do so many things and multiple things, and definitely, you underestimate yourself as an entrepreneur. Let me tell you that. So, but amazing, Bala, amazing. So, tell me,
Thank
what
you.
are you up to on 2021? Like, what's your long game? And considering you are in a business, a domain which is, hit badly by the pandemic,
Yeah.
how are you, handling this challenge? Because challenge is part of entrepreneurship, and you can't keep that away from entrepreneurship. So tell me about your plan for 2021 and the long game that you're playing.
Yeah. So before we even start about 2021, I would rather say, 2019 December, I was basically exploring a lot of things on digital marketing stuff and all that. I was thinking, I had this saying, okay, digital marketing is something which I don't know. I think I need to really scale up my knowledge on those front also. How do I really set a global, digital footprint? So during that time, I started learning about this digital marketing from different masters. Thankfully, what happened is, while I was learning that 2020 March lockdown happened, so I could keep myself busy learning those technology which I would have never spent my entire time doing. So I think like March to August, typically did whatever need to be learned in terms of my business plus other aspects of digital marketing. I really went on uh, attending a lot of webinars, seminars, and things like that to understand how do I use these digital marketing technology for one events plus marketing my own business. Okay, so I really understood those things which was completely, completely, I was away, completely unaware 2 years back, you know. uh, in fact, when I attended this digital marketing seminar for the first time, I felt that there's so much available in the digital space that I'm almost 10 years back in my life.
Hmm.
That was a kind of shock I had. So I started learning that, and I started implementing those in my business right now. So even though there was pandemic and all that, my spirits were always high. In fact, even my team spirit was very high because we immediately shifted focus from corporate events to wedding. I started
Hmm.
really investing on advertising and marketing on digital front from wedding. In fact, I hired people who can do the YouTube videos for me. In fact, we also spoke once where we said like, can we do some kind of a blogging, writing some blogs and all that. So instead of sitting back, I rather said like, let's use this time to market it ourselves well, so that when the market is opening up, we are there. So in fact, we really went upscale on in terms of getting into digital marketing and all that. So which really helped. In fact, pandemic helped me understand digital marketing plus scale up my marketing effort in that front. So
Yeah.
2021, I'm actually looking at expanding in that region, where I'm actually talking about writing a book on how you can combine digital experiential events. So events is basically an offline subject. Nowadays, we are talking about a virtual event, but then combination of these plus digital enhancement and experience is what we are really trying to focus on. So I'm going to be writing a book. I'm trying to do a lot of videos and activities around this. Even though it may not give me an immediate business, but this is the kind of an investment of time and resource and the knowledge which I'm going to be doing in 2021, so that when the market really opens up, at least I have a kind of sufficient visibility created in platforms like LinkedIn or Facebook and all that. One of my mentors says that the biggest problem or the challenge for any entrepreneur is of security. That is, nobody knows you. I'm trying to build my base so that people know me now. So that's what
Hmm.
I'm going to be doing in 2021. Of course, we are exploring a lot of options on virtual events, hybrid events, and all that. we have successfully been able to do, even though we are a very very small company. I mean, after COVID, I mean, it really cut down on my team size and all that, but we have successfully done close to around 5 6 really amazing events on virtual front, which kept my clients not going anywhere else and coming back to me. Even though we are not in technology savvy or we're not a tech guy, tech guys and all that, people were, I mean, the clients were sticking on to us. So I'm really looking forward to continuing that journey, or rather expanding that journey on exponentially in 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
This
I think
is
like I'm taking too much time. Yeah.
this is beautiful, Bala, because even I invested my time in learning and developing and using
Brilliant.
my expertise and the whole the talent and gift that we have, and we package it and offer it to people who want to learn from us, because there's a
Got it.
lot in to learn for people. Like, you are a marketing person, you are creative, you have this media experience, there's so much with you, and this is an amazing idea that you're putting it as a book, and you can mentor people who are coming along and aspiring to take
Yeah.
up
Looking
this
forward.
journey.
Looking
Yes,
forward to. In fact, I started a small stint in 2021 where I said, okay, I will teach micropreneurs on how to do teaching as marketing strategy.
yeah.
So inspired by Patanjali, I mean, or a couple of other leaders who basically used only teaching as a marketing strategy and creating visibility for them. So I wanted to do that, but then I kept it in a backseat so that I thought, okay, let's focus on events right now, and then we will go into the other things later on.
Yes, sales and marketing is one of the the breathing factor for every business. So
Yes.
you put in this area, you can help many people. There's
Yep.
no race, I can say, because
Yeah, I know.
marketing years, and you are now learning it digitally because life world has moved digital, and
Yeah,
also
absolutely.
everybody needs that technology savviness, and putting themselves out in a credible and in a way that they are visible and available for people. So this is
Yes,
beautiful.
absolutely.
I'm
Absolutely.
inspired, and looking forward to what are you
Yeah,
creating.
great.
So
Thank
tell
you.
me, Bala, how can we connect with you? What are the various brands that you own? What kind of services that you offer? What are the people or clients that you are looking, and how they can reach you? Tell me
Okay.
about that.
Okay, the simple way to connect with me is one is my Facebook, which is P Balachander. I mean, Balachander is the spelling which is there right now, and then you add a P in front, and then that's for Facebook. P Balachander is there, and my company's name is Helios Event. So a lot of people call me Helios Bala. So Helios Event is synonymous with me. So so they can search in the Facebook or in the LinkedIn also, like Helios Event Balachander. I think like you will not be able to miss. Um, I think I have not restricted my number on the net, so anybody who has an handle of my number, you can always text me or WhatsApp me. That's the best way to reach me. Generally, I respond well, unless it's like a lot of junk messages just sent to me. In fact, I even call them and tell them, I can, if you want to introduce yourself to me, just send me 3 4 messages what you do, and beyond that, don't spam me. Okay, I actually very clearly tell them that. So yeah, so those are the ways. I mean, my numbers are there in the net and Facebook and this thing. LinkedIn, P Balachander, Helios Event. I think that's the this thing. Yeah. In terms of connection, I think definitely I'm looking at collaborating with people who are like in the virtual event technology space, because the collaboration right now would definitely work in a long way. And in terms of client, we are primarily catering to two different segment of clients. My company called Helios Event is primarily into corporate segment, where we cater to the HR managers for their celebrations and factory events and all that, and the marketing department primarily for their sales meetings and the brand product launches, conferences, those kind of stuff. I have another brand called Nakshatra Wedding. West Nakshatra Wedding is primarily into wedding space. So it's a conscious decision to keep the two brand names apart. So Nakshatra Wedding is primarily into the private family functions and weddings and those kind of things. Yeah. So those are the two initiatives I have. So anybody who has an interest in getting their son or daughter married, yes, you can always approach us.
So Bala
Yeah.
is the person. He comes to events and he's an expert into this. We can
Yeah.
connect. Thank you so much for all of this. And tell me what ways that you have also.
Yeah, keep investing on in learning. Very very important, because and if you are somebody who is still sitting in the fence exploring entrepreneur, I mean you're still thinking, okay, should I jump into entrepreneurship or not? Please jump in. So there are,
Yeah,
it's risky, definitely it's risky, but then I mean it's lot, I mean the nisha is much more here than sitting in a job and working, you know. So
yeah.
become an entrepreneur, that's very important. And once you are an entrepreneur, I mean learn from your mistakes, keep learning. That's the message I think I would rather give. Yeah,
Amazing. You have proved that you can have your passion as profession, and you've
yeah,
successfully, and you have been evolving since then when you began, right?
yeah. Thank you Ranjini.
Thank you so much, Bala, and keep rocking and take
Thank
care.
you very much, Ranjini. Thanks for hosting me. It's a very, very, delight, absolute delight to talk with you. I mean, in fact, you are one of my inspiration when I did my landmark team management program. And think like you started with one school and then you expanded to some 10 to 12 schools and you shared your success story. So I still remember very very clearly that this is the lady whom I want to do follow during that time. And then team management leadership program I joined only because of you, if I had to say. I mean, if not 100%, at least 80 to 90% is like you, making there. And really
Thank you.
enjoyed my what you call learning in team management. It really makes you accountable. Of course, I'm not
Yeah,
continuing it now, but then yes, that definitely gave me a completely different, perspective towards team and management and all that. Yeah. So
absolutely,
thanks for
absolutely.
hosting me, Ranjini. I mean, it was very, very, absolute delight to talk to you. Somebody of who can inspire so many people. I mean, I love the book you wrote, From Home to Himalaya. I forgot the name. I think Home to Himalaya, something like that. Yeah. So I really love the book. Yeah. Thank you very much. Keep writing and keep inspiring people.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Bala. And I love you. Take care. Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Bye bye. See you.